Hi guys, today's meeting focuses on Act 3, Scene 2, lines 85 and forward. We stopped last time. Regarding the discussion between Hamlet, the actors, and Horatio. Regarding Hamlet's scheme to make the players enact a play that is very similar to his father's death. He wanted to discover for sure whether the ghost who told him about the accident of killing Claudius is it true, was telling the truth, or was a devil wanting to delude Hamlet and seduce him and send him to hell. Now, Hamlet knows full well that human beings get affected when they see similar deeds, when they see their deeds enacted on the stage. Hamlet planned not to sit beside his mother, but to sit beside Ophelia and watch closely the features of the king's face. And he also advised or required his close friend Horatio to do the same in order to make sure whether the pangs of conscience appear or manifest themselves on the face of Claudius. Horatio says, well, my lord, as a response to Hamlet's request to make Horatio to look closely, scrutinize the king's face. Well, my lord, if a steel oath the whilst this play is playing and escape deducting, I pay the forfeit. If I lose any tiny observation of the king's face, I'll pay for this mistake. This is a kind of forfeit. Now enter the king with the trumpets, kettle drums. Hamlet, they are coming to the play. I must be idle. The king and the Polonians and the queen are coming to see a dramatic performance. I must play the role of the fool. I should display foolness on my face. Get you a place. Yes. Enter the king, queen, Polonius, Ophelia, Rosencrantz, and his friends. King, how fares our cousin Hamlet? Cousin he means nephew. How far? Cousin here means nephew. Nephew means the brother's son or the brother's son. How far and how are you? How are things with you? How are things with you? Hamlet, excellent. I faith of the chameleon's dish. I faith of the chameleon's dish. I eat the air, promise, crammed. You can feed carbons so. Here Hamlet speaks to the king in a very unnatural way, feigning madness. He is alluding to the mythology that chameleons is الحرباء. الحرباء. Nobody likes الحرباء, the chameleon. I am very much like the chameleon. I feed on the dish of chameleon. The dish of chameleon was presumed to be air. I'm feeding on air. I eat the air. Promised, crammed. The promised are crammed, unfulfilled. وعود لا that do not materialize, that do not come true. You can feed carbons so. Carbons means chickens. Carbons means fattened chickens. Fattened chickens to be killed and slaughtered. لست كالدواجن التي تسمن من أجل ذبحها. لست. I have nothing with this answer. I have nothing with this answer. This answer, I got nothing. I understood nothing. It's very difficult to decipher what you are saying. Decipher. Decode. I can decode what you are purporting. What do you want to say? I have nothing with this answer, Hamlet. These words aren't mine. Hamlet, no more mine. هذه الكلمات بقولوا مش كلماتي، بقولوا هذا they aren't mine words either. He addresses them to Polonius. My lord, you played once in the university. You say, Hamlet asked Polonius, saying that you used to play dramatic performances while you were a student, in the university. Polonius, that I did, my lord, and was accounted a good actor. People believed me to be a good actor, believed that I was a good actor. What did you enact? What role did you play? I did enact Julius Caesar. I played the role of Julius Caesar in Shakespeare's famous play Julius Caesar, Julius القيصر. I was killed in the Capitol. Brutus killed me. These are the real incidents of the play. Brutus killed Julius Caesar in the Capitol. Hamlet, it was a brute part of him to kill so capital a calf. Calf, angel. Calf. The la here is silent. Calf. Calf. It was so brutal of Brutus to kill a calf like you. There, by the players ready, I want the players to be ready. Hey, my lord, they stay upon your patience. Hamlet, the queen, come hither, my dear Hamlet. Come here, sit by me, sit beside me. Hamlet, no, good mother. Here is metal more attractive. He means Ophelia. Ophelia's metal or character or nature is more attractive. Come hither, yes, my good mother. He doesn't you for me. He was the good mother. Hamlet's tone here, sarcastic. The tone of the voice of Hamlet when addressing his mother was sarcastic. فيها كثير من التهكم. He doesn't mean to say really, literally speaking, good mother. My dear, yes, no, good mother, here is metal more attractive. He turns to Ophelia. Ophelia, aside to the king, Polonius addresses himself to the king, saying, look, he wanted to say to the king that I was true when I concluded that Hamlet's distraction is attributable to fondness, to love, frustrated love. Do you mark that? Do you notice that? Hamlet lying down at Ophelia's feet. Lady, shall I lie in your lap? Play on words. Here it is open for two interpretations. No, my lord. I mean my head upon your lap. I don't mean anything bad. My lord, if you want to put your head on my lap, it's okay. Do you think I meant country matters? Country matters? Means sexual intercourse. I did not mean to have a sexual intercourse with you. I didn't mean that, he says. You know that he is feigning madness right now. I think nothing, my lord. That's a fair thought to lie between mates' legs. Between mates' legs. To have a sexual intercourse with mates is a good idea. What's it, my lord? Nothing, Hamlet. You are merry, my lord. You are joyful, my lord. أنت مبسوط, you are merry. Merry means joyful. Jovial. Jovial. Contrary to what you appeared yesterday or 2 days before. You are merry, my lord. Who am I? Who I? My lord. Oh God, you're only jig maker. I am only your joker. Jig maker means joker. I am only your jig maker. Jig maker means joker. Joker or clown. Or clown. أنا بس I am your clown. You treat me as if I were your clown. I act as if I were your clown. أنا المهرج تبعك. What should a man do but be merry? A man can't do anything except being merry. For look you how cheerfully my mother looks. He is scrutinizing his mother's face as well. Look you how cheerfully my mother looks, and my father died within 2 hours. Though my father had recently died or got killed, my mother is merry, is jovial, is happy. Look, and this makes me, can I be merry when this is the state of affairs? Nay, it's twice 2 months, my lord. It's not 2 hours. Your father did not die since 2 hours. No, before 2 hours. Your father died 2 months ago, 4 months ago. For her is a long period of time. So long? Nay then, let the devil wear black. Let the devil wear black. Black يعني mourning dress. Mourning black. خلي الشيطان يلبس أسود. Black. Mourning dress. You need to know that in Christianity, a woman marrying after her first husband's death is a kind of adultery. It becomes much more heinous if she marries his brother, her husband's brother. It becomes incest. Incest, زنا محارم. incest, زنا محارم. يصير زنا محارم. What should a man do but be merry? For look, you, how cheerfully my mother looks, and my father died within 2 hours. Nay, it's twice 2 months, my lord. So long? Nay, then, let the devil wear the black, for I'll have a suit of sables. O heavens, died 2 months ago, and not forgotten yet. Died 2 months ago, and not forgotten yet. لسه ما انتساش. Here the tone is sarcastic once more again. تهكم، اللغة فيها تهكم. واللي بده يمثل الدور بده يظهر أنه يتهكم على ما يقول. Then there is hope. A great man's memory may outlive his life half a year. There is a good chance standing a good man that his memory will live after him half a year. Outlive, live after. Outlive, live after. Live after. تعيش بعده 6 أشهر. Oh, a long time. 6 أشهر. 6 شهور. Oh, heaven, died 2 months ago and not forgotten yet. Then there is hope. A great man's memory may outlive his life half a year. But by Our Lady, يعني by Our Lady, by Mary يعني. By Mary. Mary. Mary اللي هي مريم عليها السلام. I must build churches then. I must build a church in order to remain living in people's minds after my death. Or else shall I suffer not thinking on. Here means he. Shakespeare uses in the sense of he. He. Or suffer not thinking on. Oh, with the hobby horse, whose epitaph is for the hobby horse is forgot. The hobby horse is a symbol of forgetting. في الميثولوجي هذه. Now the trumpets sound, a dumb show follows. Dumb show تمثيل صامت. A dumb show. Now the players perform a dumb show. A dumb show. تمثيل صامت. Pantomime. يعني miming. The actors started enacting the scene on which they agreed with Hamlet, but without articulating, without saying the words, but through miming. This is very important because it sheds light. Enter a king and a queen. This is not King Claudius and Gertrude. These are the players who play the role of the king, Hamlet, Hamlet's father, and Queen, the Gertrude. The queen embracing him, and he is embracing her. She kneels and makes show of a prostration unto him. She kneels down and she is almost prostrating, tasjud lahu. He takes her up, lifts her up, and declines his head upon her neck. وضع راسه على رقبتها. He lies him down upon a bank, بتمدد على flowers. She, seeing him asleep, leaves him. A nun comes in another man. A nun comes in another, a man, and a man came in the appearance of a nun. جاي يلبس, واحد دخل عليه يلبس ثوب كاهن. A man takes off his crown, clothes the crown, yes, kisses the crown. This means that the nun, the person the person coming, valued a lot the crown, the emblem of power, kisses it, pours poison in the sleeper's ears, and leaves him. The queen returns, finds the king dead, makes passionate action. The poisoner with some 3 or 4 comes in again. They seem to condole with her, or condole, يهدئ, condole, quieten the queen, the bereaved queen. The dead body is carried away. The poisoner woos the queen. Woo, يعني approach in love. يلاطف, يغازل, the queen. With gifts, she seems harsh a while for a little period of time, يعني متى a while, but in the end accepts his love. This is the whole. They call in literature. This is the subplot. This is the subplot of the play. It is a reflection and a close manifestation of Hamlet's play. The play. تمام؟ Queen, the King Hamlet, the one who plays the role of King Hamlet, says to the woman playing the role of Gertrude, the queen, so many journeys may the sun and the moon make us again count over love be done. He wishes that their life would last for very many years ahead to enjoy their love and their friendship. But woe is me, you are so sick of late. I am pained because you feel that you are sick. He loves her. Hamlet's father loves Gertrude a lot. That I distrust you, that I am anxious about you. Distrust means here anxious. Distrust means anxious. means worried. I am worried a lot about you. قلق عليكي. وضعك خلاني قلق جدا عليكي. Worried about you. I yet thought I distrust, discomfort you. My Lord, yes, my Lord, it nothing must for women's fear and love hold a quantity. This is very important. Fear and love hold the quantity. A woman's fear equals her love, and her love equals her fear. الحب الخوف يساوي الحب عند المرأة وله نفس القدر، أو الحب له نفس القدر من الخوف. يعني these two emotions in the case of loving women are equal, are balanced. For women's fear and love should hold a quantity in neither ought or in extremity, in all cases. Now that my love is poor hath made you know, and as my love is sized, my fear is so. The same words. Where love is great, the littlest doubts are fear. Where love is great, there are doubts of fear. The doubts of fear become great, equally great. كل ما زاد الحب كل ما زادت الشكوك والخوف. King, faith, I must leave thee. Faith, I must leave thee. Love, and shortly too. My apparent powers, their functions leave to do. Now the king feels feeble, weak, and his soul and body starts collapsing under the influence of the poison poured into his ears. He says to his wife that I'm going to pass away very soon. I want to sleep in order to beguile time. I feel sick, terribly sick. I'm on the verge of death. I am on the verge of death. Faith, I must leave. Truly, faith means truly, I must leave thee. I must leave thee. I must die and leave thee. Love, and shortly too, quickly. My operant powers, my active faculties. Operant powers. Active faculties. قدراتي النشطة. قدراتي ايش؟ النشطة. My active powers, their functions leave to do, and thou shalt live in this fair world behind. You will outlive me, you will live after me in this beautiful world. Honored, beloved, and happy as kind, for husband shalt thou, and you shall live happily and fair in this world, honored by everybody, loved by everybody, and happy one as kind, for husband shalt thou, you shall get married, you shall get a husband, you will get married, you will marry after my death. Now the queen responds, طبعا don't lose sight of the fact that Hamlet is looking closely on the king's face and his mother's face, alongside with Horatio. They want to know the impressions this subplot or this dramatic performance animating a dramatic performance emulating or simulating his father's death will have on their bodies, their souls, their psyches, their minds. The queen says, "Oh, confound the rest. Stop the rest of your speech. Such love must needs be treason. If I love another man after you, it is a treason." Treason, إنها خيانة. Treason. It is a treason, treachery. Treachery. It is treachery. It is a treason. Needs be treason in my breast, treason in my heart. Is second husbanded, let me be accursed. If it happened that I marry a second husband, let me be accursed. فلأكن ملعونة, accursed. None wed the second, but who killed the first. No woman, any woman marries after the death of her husband, first husband, is a complice in the act of killing her husband. Complice مشارك يعني. Complice partner. يعني if I marry after you, this means that I'm treacherous. I have taken part in your murder, in your death. Oh, confounded the rest. Stop the rest. Such love must needs be a treason in my breast. Treason in the breast, very deep down there. Is seconded husband, let me be accursed. None wed the second, but who killed the first. No woman get married to a second husband except the one who took part in the killing of the first husband. Hamlet aside, that's wormwood. Wormwood means bitterness. Wormwood. Bitterness. هذه هي المرارة. شو بتحكي جميل جدا جدا جدا. هو بيعرف انه this is his mother, plays the role of his mother, is playing the role of his mother, and this is bitterness in my heart. Because she promised her husband a lot, she was exaggerating her promises, but finally she broke her promises. She broke her promises and got married within 2 months of her husband's death. The player, the instances that second marriage move. Instances mean the tokens. The instances that second marriage move. Instances means motives or causes. Instances means motives or causes. إن دوافع الزواج الثاني إن دوافع الزواج الثاني are base respects of a thrift. Don't underline the word base. Base, servile, sordid. Respects of a thrift. Anticipation of a thrift. Respects of a thrift. A woman marries a second husband because she is seeking thrift. She is seeking profit. A base kind of a thrift. A base kind of a thrift. A base kind of a profit. نوع من الربح الذليل الوسخ القذر. But none of love. There is no motive of love because a woman loves only one man. A second time, I kill my husband dead. If I do this, I'll be killing my husband for the second time. If I remarry, motivated by power, motivated by the search for base profit, I'll be killing my husband for the second time. When second husband kisses me in bed, she wants to say that she is filial to him, that she is loyal to him. I do believe you think that now you speak. I believe that because you are speaking what you are speaking under the influence of passion, and stress. I do believe you think what now you speak. I believe that you think that you speak about these things truly. You are loyal. You are truthful. You are telling the truth. You aren't telling me lies. But what we do determine oft we break. We often break what we determine. We break our decisions, or we break our promises. We often break our promises. True. كم مرأة تزوجت بعد زوجها الذي أقسمت بالله أمامه عدة مرات أن لا تتزوج. طبعا it is not illegal, it is not banned, religiously speaking, humanly speaking, but this is the case. Purpose is but the slave to memory. The purpose is slave to memory of violent birth, but poor validity. Decisions taken under the influence of pressure and passion tend to be broken, tend to be forgotten, which now the fruit unripe sticks on the tree, because the fruit, he resembles the promises like the fruits. As long as the tree, as long as the fruit is unripe, they stick to the tree. But once they are ripe, unshaken, they fall on earth. Promises here are likened to fruit, which now the fruit unripe sticks on the tree, but fall unshaken when the mellow bee ripen, when they ripen. Mellow bee ripen. When time comes, these promises are broken. Most necessary, it's that we forget. We forget by nature. To pay ourselves, what to ourselves is debt. To abide by our promises and to repay our debts for ourselves. What to ourselves in passion we purpose. What we promised ourselves in passion. The passion ending, when the passion ends, when the influence of passion ends, عندما ينتهي أثر العاطفة, doth the purpose lose, and so in the same vein the purpose is lost. The violence of either grief or joy, the violence of both grief and joy, their own encounters with themselves destroy themselves. Encounters means accomplishment. they themselves destroy. Where joy most revels, grief doth most lament. Where the joy revels, where the joy carouses, تفرح وتنبسط الأفراح revels, grief doth most lament. Grief joys, grief joys grieve us, joys grieve us, and joy grief joys and joys grieve us. The grief joys us and the grief joys. الألم يبهج والبهجة تحزن. Reverse order. Grief doth most lament. Grief joys, joy grieves on slender accident with little cause. Slender accident with little cause. With little cause. يعني فيش مبررات كثيرة لهذا الأمر. This word is not for A. This word is not for A. هذا العالم ليس for A. For A means forever. لا يدوم هذا العالم إلى الأبد. This is a fact every human being feels. We are doomed to die. And the world, this present world finishes. Finishes. It's not strange that even our loves should with our fortunes change. That our loves change under the influence of fortune. Our love changes under the influence of fortune. Our loves change under the influence of fortune. القدر. حبنا يتغير بسبب ظروف القدر. For it's a question left us yet to prove. This is an issue we need to prove in the future. Whether love lead fortune or else fortune love. We need to provide an answer to the question, does our love lead our fortune or fortune leads our love? هل حبنا يقود الفورتune، يقود الحظ، يقود القدر، أم القدر يقود حبنا؟ A confused and confusing relationship. Confusing and confused. Relationship between love and fortune. Love stands for our lives, our desires, our freedom, and fortune stands for providence. Are we really free agents? This is a big question. Are we as human beings free agents who can do whatever they like? Whether love and fortune or else fortune love. The great man down. When the great man comes down, collapses, falls. عندما يقع الرجل العظيم you mark his favorite flies. You note that his most favorite friends fly from him. يهرب منه أعز أصدقائه. The poor man advanced, becomes rich, when the poor man becomes rich, the poor man advanced makes friends of enemies. His enemies change into friends. عندما بقى الرجل العظيم الغني أصدقائه يهربون منه، وعندما يعتلي الفقير يصبح أشد أعدائه أصدقاء له. And who in want, yes, and hitherto doth love unfortune tend, for who not needs shall never lack a friend. And who in want a hollow friend doth try, directly sees in him his enemy. All these change a friend into an enemy if you collapse when you are great, and a poor man when gets advancements, his most bitter enemies become his friends. We stop here, reread this scene, which constitutes the subplot, and the scene here ends with Hamlet speaking to his mom, which constitutes the climax of the play. Thank you.